And right now at 5, we are on top of breaking news. Flames erupting on what is left of the Golden Ray cargo ship. You see it right here in southeastern Georgia. So you're looking at new video this afternoon in the St.Simons Sound. You can see just this thick billowing of smoke coming up right there from that wreckage. Tonight, no reports of any injuries.
And our entire team is covering this breaking story for you tonight. And we begin with On Your Side's Troy Kless live from Georgia tonight with what we know so far. And Troy, as Heather mentioned, we understand the crew was able to safely evacuate.
Yeah, that's right, Anthony. Those crews that have been working on this salvage operation for several months now have been evacuated. All non-essential crews are off the Golden Ray, which, as you can see, there is a lot of different people that are involved with trying to get that thick black smoke. As you can see, they're trying to get that calmed down, but as you can see, there are a lot of people trying to, again, put water on different areas of the ship right now, and we could see this thick smoke coming in from I-95 as we were driving up here to St. Simons Island. Now, according to the Coast Guard, there were crews that were doing pre-cutting operations and actively using fire suppression systems when this started, again, around 2:30 this afternoon. And as you can see, since then, there has been a large ongoing effort to try and put the fire out as well. So, and this is the third, at least, fire that has been on board the capsized ship since it went down in September of 2019. At that time, there was a fire on board when it first capsized, but there have been multiple since then. I was speaking with Susan Inman, coastkeeper of the ALTAMAHA Riverkeeper, who's monitoring the environmental issues that have resulted from the ship's capsizing. She was on the water this afternoon since this began.
You know, it took a while for the fire suppress cargo or barge to actually get there, so that was a big concern. And just for the response time to actually get on this fire and put it out was concerning. But then by the time they got there, it was so hot that they couldn't really get to the fire or to the ship. So that was a really big concern.
And speaking with some people that live nearby on St. Simons Island, as you can see, there have been dozens of people that are flooding the streets and piers to try and get a look at this thing, as, like we mentioned, there's been an ongoing salvage operation, and they were actually about halfway through getting the ship out of the water, again, when this fire erupted earlier this afternoon. So, again, we're still working to determine a specific cause at this time, but again, luckily no injuries to report. But coming up on First Coast News at 6, we'll hear more about some of the concerns that may result from this fire as people, again, watch as crews are working around the clock to get this thing out. We're live in St. Simons Island. Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.
Well, the smoke is still billowing here, and over the last couple of minutes, though, we can tell you that the wind has changed direction here. But about 20 minutes ago, this ship was still on fire, and you can still see some heavy smoke. I do want to point out, though, to our right, we see a large tugboat that is heading to this ship, and we are told that that tugboat likely will be removing the cutter from the ship. Now, this cutter, you may remember, was put here to take apart the Golden Ray, but we're told this tugboat can actually tow up to 10,000 pounds worth of material. That tugboat should be getting to this ship shortly. We also, interestingly enough, over the last 20 minutes or so, have heard 2 loud explosions coming from this ship, but we have not noticed an increase in any smoke on this ship specifically. However, it is still billowing tonight, but about 20 minutes ago, we did hear 2 large explosions, but you can also see some boats here also on scene trying to, of course, make sure that this ship does, in fact, specifically not have fire burning. However, we can show you that the smoke here is still billowing from this ship, and the wind here has just picked up, excuse me, a little bit. But again, here at St. Simons Sound, you're taking a look at the Golden Ray, a tugboat on the way to remove the cutter here, and we will have the latest for you also coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We are live in St. Simons Sound. I'm Robert Bradfield, First Coast News, on your side.
Robert, thank you. And I spoke with the ALTAMAHA Riverkeeper Executive Director FLETCHER Sams late this afternoon. He told me that this fire is sparking multiple environmental concerns and that the last official estimate had 44,000 gallons of marine fuel unaccounted for. He says that's his biggest concern right now, just how much fuel is on this ship.
On top of what is burning, car fires full of toxic, those cars have their full fluids, 3 to 5 gallons of gasoline on board each vehicle. And of course, air quality is also an issue.
Now, just moments ago, the Coast Guard gave us an update saying that the environmental concerns are at a minimal right now because the fire is on the top deck. And right now, there are no concerns about air quality based on the reports that are coming in, and that only seawater is being used to extinguish this fire, not any of that foam that can contain chemicals. Only seawater right now being used.